Welcome to another command prompt tutorials, and on this interface I have my command prompt software opened, and we are going to identify a special feature which is very important, and the benefit of this feature is to enhance us to control this command prompt window without the computer mouse. So let's dive in and identify and also utilize this hidden feature. Now this is the open window of command prompt, and to identify this hidden feature you move to the top left corner of this window and we have this command prompt icon, and when you click on it you get this window or these options that are below this icon, and this is the hidden feature I am talking about, and I personally call it the hidden feature because this commands under this icon gives you the room to control this window even when you don't have the computer mouse connected to your computer system. So to get access to this command with the mouse, you click on this icon. Now let's assume that we don't have our mouse connected. How can we get access to these options of this particular hidden feature? You just hold the Alt key and the space bar on the keyboard. Now this brings out these options. Now when you look at these options, we have restore, we have move, we have size, minimize, maximize, close, edit, defaults, and properties. We are going to emphasize on restore, move, size, minimize, maximize, close, edit, and in our subsequent video we are going to talk about the default and the properties. We will go into details on these two options, but in this particular video we are going to emphasize on these options. Now that we have these options, the first option is the restore option, and this command is currently fade out. Why? Because this command prompt window is restored. So if you want to have this option activated, then you need to maximize this particular window. So you are going to press the letter X on the keyboard, and this maximize this window to fully cover your Windows interface. So to restore this particular window, we hold the Alt key and the space bar, then we have these options activated, and now you can see that the restore option is activated and we can restore this window. So to do this, you press the letter R on the keyboard and this restores down your window. So you can see how we are controlling this particular software window without the computer mouse. So to bring back the options, always remember to hold the Alt key and the space bar. Now the next one is the move command, and the move commands, this allows you to move this window along your Windows interface, that is to the left, right, top and down of this computer screen. So if I want to get access to this move command, I just press the letter M on the keyboard. So you can see that we have this move icon. Now make sure that this move icon is on the title bar of the command prompt software. Now when you use your right arrow key, this is going to move your window to the right side, and when you move the left arrow key, this also moves your window to the left side. And you can see that the operations that we can do with the computer mouse when it comes to moving of windows, we can easily do it with the computer keyboard. So using the right and the left, this moves your window, and you can also move this window with the up arrow key and also the down arrow key. So these are some of the options under the hidden file menu of the command prompt software. So this is a great tip I am sharing with you. So let's assume that at an instant you want to work with this command prompt software and your mouse is not working properly, you can easily use your computer keyboard to control this window. Using your arrow keys, you can control your windows, and if you want to make it faster, you can add the shift key with the arrow keys to navigate your window. So these are some of the options under the hidden file menu of the command prompt software. Now let's move back to the options once again. But to do so, you have to make sure to cancel this move command. So you press the escape key on the keyboard. Now this cancels the move command. So now you are going to hold the alt key and the space bar. The next one is size, and to get access to this command, let's press the letter S, and this is going to give us the option to expand the window, that is to adjust the length and also the width of this particular window. So when you press the letter S on the keyboard, we have this icon as well. Now when I use my right arrow key, you can see that I am expanding this window to the right, and when I use the left arrow key, you can see as well, and when I use the top key, this also expands to the top, and when I use the down arrow key, this also expands this window. So if you want to adjust your window, you can use this particular feature by holding the alt key and the space bar as well as the letter S, and that gives you the room to expand and also adjust your window off the command prompt. So you can also use the shift key alongside with the arrow keys, and that is also going to work perfectly for you. And when it comes to adjusting or moving of your window, if you don't want it to move faster, you can add the control key to the arrow keys, and you can see how it is moving slowly on the screen. So these are some of the tricks you can optimize whenever you have your command prompt opened without your mouse connected. So to cancel this operation, you press the escape key on the keyboard, and now we have cancelled this particular operation. Now let's access our hidden file menu once again. The next one is minimize. When you press the letter N, this minimizes your window onto the taskbar, and when you move to the taskbar, you are going to see your window displayed on the taskbar. And if you want to bring it back without the computer mouse, you hold the alt key and the tab key, and this opens your open windows on the desktop, and you use the tab key to navigate and select the window you want to work with it. Then you release these keys, and now you are going to have your software window displayed on the desktop background. Let's move back to the hidden file menu once again. The next one is maximize, in which we have optimized previously. So we are moving to the next one, which is close. When you press the letter C, this closes this command prompt window permanently from the Windows interface. So you can see how we have easily controlled this particular window with the keyboard without the computer mouse. So let's open this command prompt once again, and we are going to do this with the computer keyboard. So you press the Windows logo key on your keyboard, then you move to your keyboard and type CMD. You have the best match. Just press the enter key on the keyboard. Now we have our window opened. Now let's move back to the hidden file menu, and we are now moving to the edit option. So to get access to the options under the edit option, because we have this arrow here, then we are going to press the letter E, and now we have these options. These are the commands available under the edit option in the hidden file menu, and the first one is mark. Mark is an option that is used in command prompt software to block or lock the entries of commands in your command prompt software, and this is useful especially when you want to select a specific information or data or commands in the command prompt window. So before we optimize this, let's type some commands in this software. So I'm going to type cd desktop, then I press the enter key. Now desktop is selected as a current location in the command prompt interface, and I'm going to type md and some names for creating folders. Now you can see that I am typing some commands in this particular window. The moment I hold the control key and the letter M, which is the keyboard shortcut for Mac, now this cursor changes to a vertical blinking cursor. So if I start to type something, this is going to give me a beep sound, meaning this command line is blocked from entries of commands. So the only thing that you can do here is to select all these commands that you have typed, or you can copy and also paste. So to select, you hold the shift key and the arrow keys. Now that the cursor is blinking at the right side, you are going to hold the shift key and the left arrow key, and now you can see that I am selecting these commands. So this is the benefit of using the Mac option under the edit menu. And when this Mac is activated, there's no way you can enter commands into your command prompt window. And as I said earlier, it is very useful, especially when you want to select your commands. Sometimes when you are operating within command prompt interface, there are some commands which repeat themselves, so you need not to type them manually once again. So you can just mark, select and copy and paste into another command line path within this software. You can see that I am selecting with the shift key and the arrow keys. Now let's move back to our hidden file menu. Now the next command is copy. Now that we are able to mark our command lines and also select it with the shift key and the arrow keys, we can use the enter key to paste. And as you can see, the copy command is activated and the paste command is deactivated. The moment this command is operated, we are going to have this also activated. So let's move back to our interface. When I press the enter key, I can retype some commands. Let's assume that I want to paste this copied command. I'm going to hold the control key and the letter V, and this has pasted the commands that we copied from this second line of codes. So these are the useful tips you can explore within the command prompt software without the computer mouse. So we use the Control plus M to mark, we use the arrow keys and the shift key to select, and we also use the enter key to copy these selected commands, and we use Control plus V to paste these commands into another path in the command prompt window. We also have the option as select all. That is when we want to select all the commands in your command prompt interface. Now that I have these commands, but let's assume that I want to select all these commands, then I have to mark this particular command. That is to cease this from any commands entry in this particular window. So what I'm going to do is to hold the control key and the letter M. Now this particular line is blocked. Now when I hold Control plus A, this is going to select these commands that are available in this line of codes. So if I want to select everything in this window, then I have to hold the Control plus A once again. And now this is going to select everything, and when you use the enter key, this copies all these commands, and when I hold Control plus V, this is going to paste all these commands that I selected. And as you can see, so this is how to use this hidden file menu under the command prompt software without the computer mouse. Let's access the hidden file menu once again, and we have scroll. And to access this, I'm going to press the letter L on the keyboard. Now this gives you the option to scroll up and down. We all know that we can use the mouse to scroll this window with the vertical scroll bar, but when I use the down arrow key, you can see that I'm scrolling. When I use the top, it ends over here because these are the commands that we have. So we can use the down and the up arrow key to scroll up and down. If this scroll command is not activated, when you use the top and the down arrow key, it is going to shuffle between all the commands that you've typed currently in the command prompt software. So because this scroll command is activated, you can use your top and down arrow key. You can use the control key and the page up, and you can see that this has moved me to the beginning of this command prompt interface. And when I use control and page down, this also brings down to the last command in this particular window. So if I move back and deactivate this particular option, which is the scroll option, now when I use the up arrow key, this is going to shuffle between all the commands that we've typed and also copied in this particular interface. So this do not allow you to scroll up and down within the command prompt interface. So anytime you want to scroll up and down without the mouse, then you have to activate the scroll command in the hidden file menu options. Now we have the last command, which is find, and it has a keyboard shortcut which is Ctrl plus F. But when you hold the letter F on the keyboard, this brings out the find words interface, and this dialog box gives you the option to search for specific elements and characters within the command prompt interface. And if you have a lot of commands within this interface, navigating through becomes a bit stressful. So when you use this dialog box, it jumps you to a specific element or command in this particular interface. So let's assume that I'm going to type this character in this field. Now after typing, when you use your tab key, this tab key will help you to navigate through these options in this find dialog box. So when I press the tab key, you can see that I'm moving, and now I have this command selected, and when I press the enter key, this selects this particular option which has a match case of this option. The reason why I'm having this one selected, because I have this app command selected. It is going to search to the app. So when I press the enter key once again, it moves me to another option, enter, enter, and as you can see, this is going to identify all the characters that match the typed characters in this particular field. So this is how to find certain parameters, as you can see, and this is very useful, and I wanted to share with you. I was glancing through this software and I realized that it has this hidden file menu which can be operated separately with the computer keyboard without the computer mouse.